Hello and welcome, my name is XLK and today we're taking a look at Naga Face Hunter for the new expansion Voyage to the Sunken City. Naga Face Hunter is all about aggression. You wanna get on board in the early game with cards like Vicious Slither Spear and Iron Deep Trog, and then buff them with Doggy Biscuit in order to go face. You wanna try to win in the mid game with burn spells such as Quick Shot and Aim Shot, and this has become easier with the inclusion of the new Twin Bow Terror Coil and even the legendary minion Raj Nazyar. For your mulligan, you wanna go for Iron Deep Trog and Vicious Slither Spear. If you get any of these two cards, you can keep a Doggy Biscuit. If you're on the coin and get a Vicious Slither Spear, you can also keep Naga's Pride. So you can go Slither Spear on 1, and on turn 2 you can go coin into Naga's Pride to summon 2 3/3 tokens. The deck is pretty simple, it's a burn heavy face deck, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Twin Bow Terror Coil is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. As long as you casted a spell while you had it in the hand, your next spell will cast twice. This is great to pair with Barbed Nets for a really big board clear. And the Twin Bow will automatically activate Barbed Net since it has the Naga tag. However, this is a face deck, so I prefer to pair it with a Quick Shot and Aim Shot. Aim Shot will buff your hero power twice to deal 6 damage on your next turn. So you can tempo her on turn 4 and then play Aim Shot and hero power on turn 5 for 9 damage. And of course, pairing her with a Doggy Biscuit is great on an active board. I prefer to use cards like Barbed Nets and Wound Prey as activators for the Twin Bow Terror Coil. Harpoon Gun is great. You don't have any beast synergies, but dredging in a quick face deck is amazing, since it will let you pick one of 3 cards to draw on the next turn. This means that you can plan ahead and try to set up for an early lethal. Try to hit with your Harpoon Gun before you do anything else on your turn, since your plane can drastically change depending on how your next turn will look. Barak Kodobane is great to play on turn 6, since you can play your 1-drop right away to curve out. And on turn 7 you can go Quick Shot, Aim Shot and hero power for 10 damage. Just keep in mind that this isn't super consistent anymore since you run both Doggy Biscuit and Naga's Pride. But it's good to know that it can be done if you need 10 damage and you want to take the chance. And that's it for Naga Face Hunter. Get on board early, snowball with your Nagas and finish the game with Terror Coil and some burn spells. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm having a ton of fun with the new expansion. Keep in mind that it's very early in the meta, so don't craft anything crazy. If you don't have the legendary Naga in this deck, just put something like a Furious Howl or another Wound Prey and you'll be able to play the deck and have fun. The rest of the Nagas are pretty safe craft since they're pretty good in other decks as well. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. If there's any deck you want us to take a look at, make sure to let me know in the comments. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, enjoy the games. We're starting off the entire expansion with my favorite class of all times, Hunter, and my favorite version, Face Hunter, with my favorite minion type, Naga. No, they're not my favorite minion type, but you get it, for right now. Trog is great against Druid. It's kind of boring to go the Trog route, but man, if you can, you just do it, right? And we want to pick up something like a Doggy Biscuit and yeah, maybe a Vicious Slither Spear. It's pretty good. I really like the inclusion of this Harpoon Gun. Okay. We're gonna have kind of a wonky curve next turn, but this just works out. So let's play the Trog just because it's like super oppressive. This has to come down, the Slither Spear, next turn, because on turn 3 I want to go with a buffed Naga's Pride. It's so good. We even pick up my favorite card. Everything is my favorite today. I'm just having a ton of fun with the expansion. So we don't really have a decision to make here. We just want to go face with the Trog. We could of course go for the Steady Shot. It's always good to weave in your hero power for just some free damage. However, getting this activated by playing a Naga is just too good. And now we're getting some extra damage on this Slither Spear. At least one. And let's go. So both of these turns have been kind of no-brainers, but now we actually need to think a little bit. This is such a good turn 7 play. Or turn 7 play, right? Because this will buff your hero power twice, which will make it huge. So I think we want to play the Harpoon Gun. Oh my. That's really good. I mean, I think we're gonna win this. Going for an Aim Shot here would buff our Slither Spear, but I think it's just better to go with the Harpoon Gun, because in fast decks like these, it's just so good to get to pick what you're gonna draw on the next turn. I mean, Wound Prey together with Piercing Shot is great. See, next turn we're probably gonna go Aim Shot, right? Aim Shot hero power. We could go piercing shot if he plays something that we just have to get rid of. It's not the best pick, but it's something, and he's already low. And man, this deck just steamrolls Druid. I don't think I've lost to a single one yet. Next turn we probably just go aim shot and steady shot and punch. Maybe that will be lethal, who knows? I don't think so, not yet. Guff, not as powerful when you can't ramp. I mean, they can ramp a little bit, but I think this deck is, it's pretty cool. I didn't make this list, by the way. Should have said that before. Oh yeah, piercing shot, we already knew that. Let's hit first and see if we can do something. I think we always pick the wound prey here because we have the piercing shot just to go over any minion later. And now we just want to aim shot, hero power, just weave that in. Yeah, I just found this list on Twitter. Oh, he's at 3 HP. I think we don't even have to use the Terror Coil unless he armors up. Yeah, I just stole this from Twitter. The only changes I made is I took out a howling, like a furious howl, and put in another doggy biscuit for the consistency. That's it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first lethal of the expansion. At least on camera for me. This is a really good deck. I really like the card that summons the Nagas. It's super good. It's super cool. Alright, so for the people who made it to game 2, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want to see an old deck that has had a little facelift that you can play if you don't have all the dust to create something new for the next video? Or do you guys want to see something brand new? Because I'm down for anything. Let's just go for the Trog and see if we can pull another doggy biscuit. That's not it. Well, it's damage, which is something. We got the pride, now we just need to find a Naga. Let's go for the Trog. This guy is probably either Shellfish or he's gonna be Curse. And I think we beat everything. Like, we're a Face Hunter. We are the bane of Warlocks, right? But they do have a lot of healing. So we're just gonna play the Slither Spear here. We could go Wound Prey, actually. Pretty good to save it. Next turn we're going Naga's Pride because we just activated it. I think it's fine to go Wound Prey here. We could wait for some spell damage. Or a better activator, but we do have the Barbed Nets, so we might as well, right? Just get some board presence. And ship away. It's good. Wanna kill Warlocks quickly. Hopefully he does some sort of board clear here, so I can... Oh, it's Murloc! It's pretty cool. It's pretty dangerous. Actually, maybe I should have waited. Let's see. Give all Murlocs in your hand +1/+1. Could just kill it to maintain our board. But I think it's better to just go with a Big Daddy play here. And do we ever clear? No! I mean, he's gonna run this into something. Probably a 3/3, right? Or maybe a lot of people are super scared of the Slither Spear, which is fun. Like, it's pretty funny. Now we could trade with the Hyena. I think it's interesting that he didn't go for the hand buff. But you know, you do you. We could go Barbed Net here together with Aim Shot, which is pretty good because we're gonna get a lot of power from this. Oh, so good. We just need to find a Naga, right? The thing is, I don't want to kill this. I think I have to. It's gonna buff his Nagas. We're definitely going Aim Shot. We could control the board, which is pretty good, but I think he's gonna play a bunch of huge Nagas, so him having a big board that he can't fit everything into is pretty okay, I feel like. So I'm gonna Aim Shot his face. And then I kill off the buffer, I guess. And then we send 2 damage face. I don't care if he has a board, because I'm so fast. Now this is kind of difficult to remove, like he plays amalgam into this, both die. Then I have some extra damage and 4 hero power. Oh, he gets the rush. Maybe I'm not as smart as I think. It's pretty cool. But I mean, I'm a Face Hunter. I don't want to trade. Like a piercing shot would be huge here, but I think this is gonna be a weird face race because he can kill me pretty quickly. Can he deal 1 damage to everything? I want to kill this thing. Oh, Doggy Biscuits is so good here. I don't see a reason to trade it. And that's it. GG, my dude. Just go face. And that's the mantra of Face Hunter. Alright, last but not least, let's see if this is like a Naga mirror. Naga Mage, it's a lot of fun. It's a cool deck to play as well. This might be mech. I think Mage was the big winner in this expansion, at least for day 1. Nah, let's just throw these and try to find the Doggy Biscuit. I mean, when you just kind of hard mulligan, you're gonna pretty consistently get what you want. It was something that I didn't really understand when I started playing the game. Okay, let's just go for the Trog and end the turn. That it's all about the numbers, right? And if you do something to increase your consistency, you're gonna see it a lot because you're gonna be playing a lot. There it is. GG, my friend. I bring you the Alterac Valley tactics. We're not in the Sunken City right now. Okay, so it's mech. I think this is a pretty tough matchup actually. We do want to go Harpoon Gun, I think. Part of me just want to go Wound Prey. But it's pretty good to have a spell in your hand to begin with, because your Nagas do synergize with spells. And just Harpoon Gun. I think we are taking the trading route here because mechs are really dangerous, and as we saw in the last game, whew! Could go Amalgam just to activate our Naga's Pride. A Quick Shot isn't that good. Doggy Biscuit is pretty good because we can trade it. And if he doesn't kill the Trog, we can buff it again just to make it huge. I kinda like that. I don't think Mech Mage, I'm not sure if they run a single spell. We'll see about that. At least we have the Kodo Bane to draw. I like to play him on turn 6 to try to get that 10 damage combo. But it's not as consistent anymore. We might go Wound Prey next turn. I don't think we're trading the Doggy Biscuit. Yeah, Wound Prey into Dredge is pretty good. Do want to play a Naga, but I don't have one. How greedy should I be? Not so greedy. Okay, so we have to think before we Dredge here, because we're gonna draw a 1, 2, and 3 spell, and we are getting a Quick Shot guaranteed. So the question is, do we want another Quick Shot? Because it's pretty good. Let's shoot here first. Let's Dredge. Yeah, so we could pick. I didn't know that the Quick Shot would be there, but I was just thinking, since I know I'm gonna draw it with the Kodo Bane. I think Raj is pretty good here. It's a Naga. Question is here though. Do we go with the unbuffed Pride? It's pretty good. Or do we... No, I wanna go face. I mean, it's off curve, but it's a big one. 5/8, Alterac Valley style. Pretending like we're not playing a brand new expansion. I like that. But I think this game is gonna be a tough one. Mage starts to deal a ton of damage when like the rocket thingy comes down and they start dealing 1 damage all the time. I could have traded away the Divine Shield, I guess that would have been it. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Next turn we go Kodo Bane. On the turn afterwards... Yeah, he did it for me. We could actually curve out like this and deal 3 damage. I think that's better than Kodobane because he's so good on turn 6 as well. I like this. I think I'm just all in on the face plan here. And now we deal 3 damage, we just zap him. And hopefully we pull an aimed shot. So we know that we're gonna get the quick shot. And there's a big chance of us getting aimed shot, right? It's like a 66%. Then we need to deal 1 damage to him next turn. Since Kodobane will draw us a 1, which will be a barbed net, which we can actually... We could deal damage with the barbed net. So if we pull that... if we pull a aimed shot, we're just gonna win on turn 7, which is pretty nice. So I like to plan out the turns like this. But man, unless he kills me next turn, which I hope that he doesn't. Explosive sheep, he's going for it. Yeah, at least you guys know that I had it planned out. Okay, those games were actually pretty fast and pretty easy. I really think that you guys should try this deck out. It's a ton of fun, and I know that this community loves Hunter. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Peace.